Hi everyone, this is Dr. Francisco Rosero, creator of the RPF program, which stands for Reprogramming Your Personal Field. This program was originally presented 6 years ago in Quito, Ecuador. It's part of over 20 programs for personal development that I created through the years. Started with the Adamantine system in the year 2000, over 21 years ago. And a year ago I created a new brand, the Adamantine Mind, to help people use their minds properly. Our minds are powerful. Our minds have unlimited power, but we're not aware of it. We have not been trained to use them. And this particular program, the RPF program, is one wonderful tool that will help you understand that. This is just a summary of the masterclass we presented yesterday to some of you. And this video has the intention of helping you make the decision to join us for the entire program, which starts next weekend. So I hope this helps you make up your mind and join us. This program has a total of 4 webinar classes and 3 group mentorings. It's not just a bunch of videos like these that you will sit and watch. Are really interactive webinars where you'll have the opportunity to ask questions, share your experiences, and make comments, which brings some sort of warmth and communication with other people, and you'll get to meet people from all over the world. People from Europe, people from North America, Asia, South America, and so on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This will give you tools to think differently, to act differently, and to restart your life from a completely different perspective. A perspective where success is attainable, success is made in your mind, success is under your control, under your command. These are some of the benefits you will experience after taking this program. As I said before, it's over 6 years ago that I presented this program for the first time in the Sheraton Hotel in Quito, Ecuador, to over 120 people. That was one of the most interesting experiences that I had, and I missed those live classes because the video and the webinars are good tools to learn, but cannot replace the warmth and the efficacy of a live class. I hope next year we can restart those classes, and I invite you wherever I present this live class to repeat it. One of the things you enjoy is that once you take one of my classes, you can repeat it as many times as you want for free. You just need to know where I'm teaching it, or if it's a webinar, or if it's online, and you just tell your name. We look in the register, and you get your passcodes and activation to participate for free. You will also be part of the support groups in Telegram. We have support groups where you can ask questions, share experiences, and go on with the program. The first benefit after taking the RPF course is that you will master the use of the 7 dimensions of intelligence to attract what you love. This is absolutely mind-blowing information. You did not know that you have 7 new dimensions of intelligence, and I'm not talking about emotional intelligence or logic intelligence or mathematical intelligence. I'm talking about 7 new dimensions of intelligence that impact in your personal field. This personal field, which I'll explain in a bit how it's produced, it's under your command, and it's supposed to be under your control, but currently it isn't. Second, use the RPF sound frequencies to create positive situations. In the year 2001, I created sound frequencies, 7 sound frequencies that produce or stimulate certain behaviors, like unity, behavior of honesty, behavior of kindness, or behavior of love. And these are fantastic frequencies that you will use. I'll share with you. You will use them at a very low volume. You don't need to really listen to them, but you could have them playing in a meeting, for instance, and they will stimulate in the people participating in the meeting, for instance, honesty and love for what they are doing, or justice. Can you imagine? Number 3, easily end life cycles of negativity and stagnation. This is something that we all have gone through, and it's very difficult to end sometimes those life cycles of negativity when one thing after another goes wrong, one thing after another is negative, or life seems to be just standing. Nothing happens. We don't advance. We don't evolve. And I can show you how to end those life cycles and start consciously new life cycles of success. Success should be under your control. Success is part of you. And number 5, attract constructive people and opportunities. And 6, erase negative thoughts and emotions in just 5 seconds. Yesterday during the masterclass, I decided to share this 6th one today, so you can have a hint already of the power of this course. Let's do the following exercise. Please close your eyes, take a deep breath. We're going to erase thoughts, negative or positive thoughts, in about 5 seconds or less. And you're going to have that tool that's going to be with you, it's going to belong to you, and I hope and I wish you use it daily from now on. With your eyes closed, take again one deep breath and bring to your memory your last vacation. Feel the air, the temperature, see the people around you. Feel the emotions of your last vacation. Now, say to yourself, mentally say to yourself, I cancel this thought. And it's gone. Now I want you to think of what you're gonna do tomorrow morning. Imagine what you are gonna do tomorrow morning. Feel the temperature, feel the emotions surrounding your planned actions for tomorrow. Now, say to yourself mentally, without words, just mentally, I cancel this thought. And boom, it's gone. Now I want you to think about a challenge that you are currently facing in your life, a problem, a difficult situation, a challenge that you are currently facing. Feel the emotions, feel the frustration, and now tell to yourself, mentally repeat, I cancel this thought. And it's gone. Now I want you to imagine your next vacation, once you'll be able to travel anywhere without the use of a mask. The COVID is no longer there. Just imagine that. Feel the air, the temperature, see the people around you, smell the food and drinks. Now say to yourself, I cancel that thought. And it's gone in less than 5 seconds. This is a powerful tool that will allow you to think only what you want. What we call part of the selective thinking, techniques that I have developed within this course. Again, this is me. I'll be with you during the duration of the course. I have over 20 years of experience teaching personal development courses. I'm a former university professor, and my job has to do with uniting spirituality with science. They don't have to be in disaccord, in disagreement. They should be working together hand by hand, and all my programs do that. Like the creator of the Intuitive Intelligence course or the Personal Optimization program. Those are fantastic programs that I'll be presenting to you very soon. Right now, let's focus on the RPF course. The program, as I said, is a 4-week program. Today we are just producing a video of a summary of yesterday's masterclass, and during the next weeks we'll have 1-hour webinar, interactive webinar on Saturday, and 1-hour interactive mentoring, group mentoring on Sundays. We start this summary after the powerful exercise that we did, acknowledging that we are here in this point in our lives, in this place, in this mental, emotional, physical space, thanks to all our choices. Now I ask you, how and where do I see myself 1 year from now? What are you doing? How do you see yourself a year from now? This is very important because we need to learn that our decisions, our choices, ourselves are the architects of our destiny, and we'll have to learn to stop blaming others for the results, good and bad, that we enjoy in our lives. Here's where everything starts, when we acknowledge that we have the power to direct our lives. And there are two types of people. The ones that are lives in the current of a river. The current of the river takes them to rocks, crashes them on other rocks and against other leaves, and perhaps they'll see 1 or 2 waterfalls in their lives. But they feel like they don't have control whatsoever in their lives. And the second type of people are the rivers. The ones they know where they're going, they know, they set up the pace, the speed, and they carry leaves. But to be a leaf in the river or to be the river is a choice. It's a choice. It has nothing to do with destiny. I'm training people for the last 20 years to think differently. This is not difficult, it's just different. It's like when you go to another country. For instance, I live in Quito, Ecuador now, after living the last 20 years in different countries, including the United States, the Caribbean, the Dutch Caribbean. I've been blessed living in wonderful places, and now I live in this wonderful place where we have springtime year round. It's just fantastic weather year round. I want to share with you the foundation of what we do here in the RPF course. We all have a 3 meters wide in diameter Bio-Electromagnetic Field. Those 3 meters are equivalent to 9 feet wide in diameter. And what I teach people is that this personal field is yours and should be under your command. You should obey every command, every single command, the same way your arm or your hand or your feet obey your commands without hesitation. The same thing should be happening, and it's happening on thousands of people that I have trained with my technique. Basically, this field is influenced by your thoughts and your emotions, because the mind and the heart produce tremendous electric power that produces this electromagnetic field, bio-electromagnetic field. But it could be charged with negative energy or positive energy, depending on the nature of your thoughts and emotions. Now, once it's charged, say, with positive energy because you are thinking about your next vacation and you have very little negative thoughts in here, this field will start attracting to you, literally attracting to you more of the same. Whatever is inside, if it is positive, more of the same. If it's negativity, more of the same. And that's what the course is all about. Now, this bio-electromagnetic field has nothing to do with spirituality. If I would be presenting this information to people who have done research and who have knowledge about the aura, they will say, well, this is the aura. I would say, yes, it's another name. But remember, I am a scientist and I'm a spiritual person too. And I like to use proper words. This is a bio-electromagnetic field. If you want to call it aura, you are welcome to do that. But in this course, we're going to just call it personal field. That way, it's easier for everyone. And it's commandable, it's manageable, it has nothing to do with spirituality. Now, let me show you the use of it. Whenever you have an idea, let's say what you're going to do tomorrow, a simple idea, as soon as you generate that idea, let's say, for instance, I am going to be filing my taxes and I have everything ready, and I'm very happy because I'm going to do that, because it takes usually a lot of work, and I'm very proud that I do it myself. I don't need the help of any accountant. Okay, so I'm charging my field, my 3 meters wide in diameter, or 9 feet wide in diameter, with positive charge, because I am feeling very well, and those thoughts are very powerful. But as soon as I create the thought, in about 20 seconds, the automatic part of me, the automatic mind, generates doubts and fears automatically. They are not voluntarily. And what if the numbers are not correct? What if I don't have all my invoices? What if the system goes down? What if I cannot file my tax return tomorrow? So now my field, and I am here in the center, is charged with more negativity or negative energy than positive, and so it will start attracting to me more of the same. In other words, more conflicts, more concerns, more worries about my tax return tomorrow. Okay, so to stop that, I just taught you at the beginning, I cancel those thoughts. I cancel the thought that I don't have all my invoices and papers. I cancel the thought. I don't need to talk. I just say to myself, I cancel the thought. And I cancel all the other thoughts. And that's the way I use, or I manage, my personal field. Now, how does the body produces the bioelectric magnetic field? It's very, very simple actually. We have over 100 billion brain cells or neurons in the brain, which have the capacity to produce electrical impulses in order to communicate with each other. But we're talking about billions, about 100 billions of them. They produce literally a thunderstorm with each thought in your head, in your brain. And the heart cells also need electricity to function, and they produce their own bioelectricity. So whenever there is an electrical activity, there is also an electromagnetic field around it. This is part of physics, basic physics. Your cell phone, if you would be able to see electromagnetism, which is not possible without the use of a special equipment, if you take your cell phone, for instance, and if it's turned on, it has a magnetic field, electromagnetic field around it. Your computer has it, your TV has it, everything that is electric, all the wiring in your home, or the street cables, they all have around them an electromagnetic field. Okay, it's like part of how electricity impacts reality. Now let me show you how does the body produces this bioelectricity. Bioelectricity that then creates this bioelectric magnetic field. It all starts with what we call the sodium-potassium pumps. They're called pumps, they should be called bulbs, because they let in and let out potassium and sodium ions that are charged with positive charges. And this is the outside of the cell, this is the inside of the cell, in this case a neuron that needs to produce electricity to generate electric impulses to communicate with other neurons in the brain. And by balancing or unbalancing the number of ions of sodium or potassium inside and outside the cell, they produce that electric gradient. It's very, very fascinating. These little valves are so much powerful, and they are so precise in their production. Let me share with you a video that will help us understand this.
Active transport is a type of cell transport that requires the input of energy in the form of ATP. The proteins that conduct this form of transport are often called pumps because they force molecules or ions to move from an area of low concentration to an area of high concentration. This is commonly referred to as against the concentration gradient. One of the more common examples of active transport is the sodium-potassium pump. The job of the sodium-potassium pump is to move sodium ions, or Na+, out of the cell, and potassium ions, or K+, into the cell. Let's take a closer look at how this happens. The sodium-potassium pump has binding sites for 3 sodium and 2 potassium ions. Let's follow the movement of the sodium ions first. After 3 sodium ions are positioned within the carrier protein, an ATP molecule is split, releasing phosphate. This phosphate binds to a location on the exterior of the carrier protein, causing the protein to change shape. As the protein changes shape, the 3 sodium ions are released to the other side of the membrane. Next, 2 potassium ions position themselves within the carrier protein, causing it to undergo another change in shape. In the process, the phosphate molecule is released. Once the phosphate molecule is released, the carrier protein expels the potassium ions into the interior of the cell. The carrier then resumes its initial shape, completing the cycle. Notice that for every 3 sodium ions leaving the cell, 2 potassium ions enter. Since both sodium and potassium ions have a positive charge, this unequal movement causes an electrical gradient to develop across the plasma membrane of the cell. A number of cellular processes, including the generation of nerve impulses, use this electrical gradient.
Please open the link that I sent you along with the video, and at the bottom of the information about the RPF course, the invitation video, the testimonial videos, some of my students, and remember the benefits. You have lifetime access to all next editions of the RPF course. You just need to find out, or we'll get in touch with you and tell you, well, we're having a webinar, or we're having an online, or having a live class hopefully soon. You have lifetime access to the study group in Telegram. This is fantastic because you have the chance to ask questions and to share experiences among all the students, and this is fantastic because sometimes we think we understood, but just until somebody else shares his or her experience, we kind of really get it. I also produce and distribute handouts of each class, audios of guided meditations and exercises, and access to co-creation station activities. Here's the schedule, and we are heading towards the webinar of May the 1st at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time US, or 5:30 p.m. CET in Europe. That will be the date where we will meet each other again. And how to do that, please press this link, purchase the whole course now, and we'll be sharing with you all this groundbreaking knowledge. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you next Saturday.